Hello everyone. Like I've told you, I've been recording an album of around 15 to 20, in fact, music pieces well known in guitar, classical guitar this time, not really flamenco, other style of music, pop or rock. I play one song right now, so it's more or less rehearsal and some practicing also, to find the idle, let's say, preamps setting before really the concert. The real concert, I think in 2 to 3 months around, in fact, Christmas. I'll make a concert of guitar, just classical guitar, you see, maybe some flamenco music, very fast, not really a whole concert, you see, of flamenco. So songs will be well-known, classical songs, I don't know if you know some of them, Asturias, I play right now Romanza, and others you see for Bach, so Tarrega, Albanese, and so on. So let's begin. Okay. Okay, it was the first song of the album. For sure, there'll be some mastering of the song and maybe also mixing with other music. But anyway, this is the principle, recording. And before live, I cannot really mix a lot, mainly in classical music. Maybe whenever I play with an orchestra or a band, we have different instruments and so on. Or I have a background, playing with more or less beats, I don't know, drums or so on, usually play, or also keyboard. We can put you see, redundant music, a loop, we call it, of a melody, on the keyboard and play, you know, some like that classical music, you know, solo music with it. So I tried in fact to prepare all that. Like I've told you, it'll be between 15 and 20 songs. I don't know how much I'll be able to record, you know, during those 3 months. I could see every day usually I'm supposed to make one, at least one song, you know, but to master it, you know, it will take 2 to 3 days, maximum a week. Okay, and sometimes I'm improvising, I play some Okay. It's late, so I won't really play a lot. Usually I play in the morning, so now it's night. The second song I'll be preparing, so just in fact a more or less promotion, demonstration, not of my muscles, but content of the coming effect concert I'll be doing online. Other songs, you know, are studios. Okay, yeah, and then you have recorded the Alhambra. So they are not very easy songs, you know. I would say they consider them most difficult songs today in guitar playing. There's many others which are really much more difficult, faster, and you need to play, you know, all over the guitar here, you see. Yeah, on all the frets, you know, low frets, high frets, and so on. But anyway, so they are well known, you know, they are appreciated today. I mean, Tom, either I'm improvising, you see, or I'll be also in the album, I'll be recording in flamenco mainly, or I'm composing also some new songs. I won't say like Paco de Lucia, Gente Amigo, Tomatito, and so on, but anyway, I'm not Spanish, I'm Lebanese, you know. Anyway, with a European taste, you see, Eurosemitic and so on. Latino. Okay, so it's from off of my roots, education, and so on. Okay, keep safe over here. Hopefully you're enjoying your time. Yeah, summer is over. Now we are back to... You are back to school. I'm back to my work. I work all this summer. I couldn't record the opera albums yet. The reason I think of the pressure we are living, political issues mainly. I won't talk about this, so we are doing something joyful today. We won't poison the atmosphere with such talks, you know, but anyway. Or maybe because I'm supposed really to take a break, really, some holiday, so... and the opera, you know, it's not to be sung just in the studio, so you need to sing it really in the theater or in the opera house. Okay, but anyway, this album also will be ready because I've almost recorded the 20 songs, you know, the album, so I choose also between 15 and 20. Let them be, you see, 17 or 18. Okay. Songs really and music pieces for those two albums. The opera album I'm dedicating to my father Elias Figali, so may his soul rest in peace. Thank you for everything, my dad. We'll meet hopefully one day, for sure. Not yet, hopefully. I'll be able to finish those albums. Yeah, in the coming 1 to 2 years. And the music, guitar music, you know, I dedicate for my mom. Jasmine. Okay, Yasmin. I thank her for everything, for being really a tender, soft mom, for watching over me, giving me her affection, attention, protection, and mainly good food. Okay, thank you for everything to my parents. First and last, you know, I don't owe anything to anybody except them and God for sure, my savior and creator and protector. I thank them for everything. For his first guitar, my father has brought to me, you know, as a gift, because I could succeed, you know, with high grade and felicitation and congratulations, you know, félicitations French. Congratulations on my degree. So they asked me, what do you want to have? What do you want as a gift? Some Nike shoes, you know, shoes for basketball again, or something else, or a new bike, choose, you know. So my mom used to tell me every time she was gathering with other parents, you know, to play guitar. She was watching them in the amphitheater, you know, and I was at the time playing judo, I think, or playing basketball, or ping pong. And she told me always, you know, why you don't play guitar, you know, play a music instrument. You've begun, you were 5 years old, we brought you this keyboard, you know, you played for 2 or 3 years, you learned the music, you know, jingle bells and happy birthday to you on the keyboard, you play them well, you know, really notes, sweet notes. Why you don't continue with an instrument? I would like you to play something. So she told me about this guitar until I've heard, you know, one music piece, Spanish, I think. I was 13 or 14 years old. And I'm like that, whenever I have really some deep feelings and attraction towards something, I'll go for it. Till the end, like we say, like you'd notice. Okay, so I was really impressed by this music, and I decided really to play guitar. So I asked my father, in fact, to buy a guitar. He has given me money. I think $200 or $300 at the time. You see, 1995. Okay, I bought it. I spent 1 year without teacher. Then I've taken an appointment with a teacher. I've met in the shop, music shop where I bought my guitar. And we began the courses, intensive courses because I haven't time to join conservatory and so on. I was very involved in sports mainly. Yeah, I have three sport activities. I mean, per week, around 10 hours per week of sports in parallel of, my studies and so on. So it was too much. I've thought about becoming, professional sportsman, but it depends on the country where you are living. Even though, in Lebanon, basketball is well sponsored. You can have a career as a sportsman, and you earn the wage of an engineer. In Europe, okay, you have high wages and so on. So maybe I should. No, I don't know why I was lost. Whenever you have really good marks in everything, you are really at a certain time lost, and you reach God, you reach creation, and you have this existentialist crisis. Okay, yeah, I can do everything, and you cannot fix that, and you go in this direction. Well, I had many other issues, social discrimination. I've lived with my classmates today. I'm living by myself. Since 23 years, I'm living by myself, but at the time I've endorsed them, and today you could see God has sent me some supporters to endorse me when I was also persecuted. So I've endorsed them really, maybe in a wrong way, but I couldn't really offend the supervisor and make a revolution in the high school. So I stopped studying, and also I've asked to change my high school to my parents. Yeah, so the first year they declined that, and so they were obliged after that. So, well, yeah, I'm like that, and today it's a country here. Wherever you are not welcome in a country, you live discrimination, political, racial, whatever was this discrimination. Religious and so on. You make you feel you are not in your country, and you never become like them, or so on. You find another country. The way I found another high school. Okay, so this is more or less my biography in 2 words. If I'm not well known today, it's because of discrimination, the war, personal decisions at a certain time, in solidarity with some close friends, and so on. Today there are engineers, many of them, civilian engineer, lawyers, yeah, so, and so on. Hopefully they do well, pharmacists, they've succeeded, all of them. Okay, and they got also degrees in many fields. But anyway, today, personally, I returned back to my guitar and opera. I record also this album of opera. Maybe I'm more or less professor of university, in equivalent. Not yet. I don't have yet the title, but anyway, I was preparing for that in 2014. I got offended. In reason of this political, social, racist discrimination I'm living, by the French, mainly Aboriginal corps. Okay, so it has been delayed. So I'm preparing also for this professorship in science and technology. Okay, in Lebanon too. Hopefully shortly in Lebanon too. Okay, so from Lebanon to Lebanon, beginning was in Lebanon, and I returned back. Without return back, morally, emotionally, and technically, because all those technicals, I prepared them in a tough training in Lebanon. Okay, in France, there's nothing. They are toxic, they are stinky. The French clubs are really out of range, let me say. They are out of range. They are people to avoid with their stupid politicians, and the hypocrite magistrates. They look like, in fact, childish, a little bit governmental employees, but they are toxic. They are venomous and toxic people, for really our career and privacy. A government employee will remain in his country, like we say. Okay, he's permanent. He won't change his job except if he's fired, or prosecuted. Something I couldn't do, in 2020, and today I avoid doing it because it has become international matter. There's a conflict of interest between big powers, so it's much better really to pack and to leave. The exit, Ram's exit. My name is Ramsey indeed, Ramsey Figali. Okay, so Figali is Figali, in the family name. You'll see R Figali. Okay, Figali will be artistic, not really name, family name, the way it's written. It's Phoenician. Like I've told you, Euro-Semitic, Roman Phoenician name. Okay. Nothing to have with Turkey, neither France. It has something to do with Italy, Rome, and Phoenicia, or Beirut and Lebanon, Byblos mainly. I'm from region of Byblos, in fact, where our king was living there in his castle. Okay, I'm descendant of royalties, also I'm Aboriginal. From both sides. So I'm dedicating, one album for my father, one for my mom. They are from same tribe indeed, royal tribe. Okay. I will turn back to our roots, and talk about our founder fathers, the king and the patriarch, and so on. But anyway, I don't come from nowhere, and I won't be mixed, with no identity people, like we say, who are creating a new word. They are obliged maybe to in some countries like France, USA, UK. I'm not obliged to in Lebanon, we are still conservatives. Okay, we are still in our lands. They've tried since the Palestinians and creation of Israel. It was a Zionist Masonic communist, more or less, project under benediction of USSR at the time. Yeah, I think they failed. Reason of people like me. So we are still in our lands, and the guys are reproducing there. My friends got, around 10 children, more than 10 children, since 7 years. All my friends, got children and relatives. My cousin got 2, my friend also got 2, and others 2, 6 close friends, yeah, from France and cousins from they are reproducing. My brother got a new niece, a little Rita. Yeah, anyway, they are like my children today. I give them my blessings in the name of Father and Son, Holy Spirit, amen. God bless you all and Jesus Christ be with you. Yeah, I'm Christian. You can guess that, I think. So, take care of yourself, all of you, and God bless you all. And long live music, which will unite many countries, many religions, many cultures. Okay, if you like, in fact, our music, my music mainly playing and so on. Join us, maybe one day we'll make a band. I had some friends who were studying music in Paris, mainly. We were playing music from time to time. There were pianists, some of them, and other percussionists. So pianists, and there were one female opera singer soprano. She was screaming all the time. Anyway, she was funny. Yeah, she was a friend of my ex-girlfriend also. She was studying, she got married also, and they made us issues and so on. Yeah, I'll talk about her. She doesn't worth, my my speech today. It's not because I'm a star, but because she played dirty also upon request of those same, French predators and cops, sick people, the employees. I think they become sick, between 4 walls, all the time, controlling people. They try to get involved, in their lives, real, virtually. They become, or we become part of their lives, and they would like to become part of our privacy. Yes, they are fully sick. It's illegal, you know. Whatever was the intention, it's illegal. Okay, and they would like some others to cut our legacy and transform us sexual. They are sick, fully sick people. Yeah, nobody told me French, you know, Aboriginal cops are like that. They invited also the other predators you see from Australia, from the USA, and they drove them from UK. It's a gang today, international. The friends from Russia too, come. We have here beautiful things to do. Come, make the chaos, you know, riots, put the fire, make wars. Come. Yeah, they are crazy people. And but anyway, there were 7 years, or maybe 6 months, not more than 6 months. It's enough, you know, to end it. Right now, we have something to do, you know. Many of them are old today, above 60 years old and even 70 years old. So they've lived their life, you know. We are still relatively young in comparison to their ages. They won't steal our youth age, you know, today. And play dirty games with us. It's over. Whenever we say it's over, you know it's over. So if there's a blockage somewhere, we unblock it by packing and leaving until the unblockage come, you know, come unblockage. Fighting charges we file. Anyway, we'll talk about this today. Like I've told you, I'm in the mood of making a first concert. Unfortunately, I'm not fully ready, you see. I can play Solia, for example, right now. Some parts, you see, portions, rumba, flamenco, Paco de Lucia, and to the rest. And so on, you know, there's some portion here. Spoleria. Very difficult to play on this one, you know, flamenco. This is a classical one. Anyway, already 4 classics. I fixed it, you know, the action was high. I've lowered the action, so it's a prime price, you know, the lowest price in the market you can find. So this guitar is just in fact for practicing usually. Yeah, and I've put some, you see, effects. Okay, so there's a chorus here playing and some other effects, you see delay and sorry, to change, to make it something acceptable, you know, to hear. But anyway, already for classics, it's difficult to play on it. You know, you cannot play flamenco on classical guitars. It's very difficult because it's fast. It's something else. You know. I can play also solo. Okay, and then you have Spanish, you see. Some Malagueños, it'll be one music piece, you know, and the other. And so on. Okay, I won't play it right now. There'll be Zardas also. There'll be a lot of music pieces, you know, well known. For violin, this one played mainly by big guitarists, you see, like Paco de Lucia, and others. Okay, in memory of Paco. That I've contacted, you know, personally. I think his sons, and I invited to go to Lebanon around 2011, I think. He made in fact a concert in Byblos. I don't know if somebody has invited him, organized it and so on from there. I couldn't go, you know, and assist. I was there, I think, in Lebanon during this period, but I couldn't go. Yeah. But I watched a portion, you know, from his concert, and so it was beautiful. I know a lot of Paco music. I won't play them, they are copyright, as you can imagine. So I have my own, in fact, composition. From my side, it'll be more or less classical flamenco. I could notice sometimes rumba, romantic rumba, Vicente Amigo, yeah, close to Vicente Amigo. I have some of his album, you know, he's different, he's more jazz, you know. I mean, he's Spanish, he was born inside flamenco. I was born inside Oriental music and classics. Yeah, so that's why you notice a lot of romantic classics in my songs, including rumba, flamenco, and so on. There'll be also heroic, like Bolerias, for example. It looks like a little bit heroic. You see music for war and so on. It's in our traditional culture. We are very close, to Mediterranean Sea cultures, Greek, Zorba, for example, Spanish, Italian, and so on. French, we're even far from the French, we won't annoy them. We won't annoy them. A pass is not enough really to digest and appreciate, you see, the culture of somebody whenever, he's annoyed. So we are annoyed today really from this annoyment, and we'd like to, to end this annoyment and to take a final distance, for a while. Well, 10 to 20 years. 10 to 20 years, okay, to come down from their psychosis, and sickness. They heal somebody, who is young, who needs just to work, like everybody, just to make him feel that he's not really like them, one of them, or like them, or even though he speaks their language and he's not in his country, If it's political matter, they are targeting identities, they are not really targeting political persons, you see, because I'm not involved in politics, even though I have my political, like everybody, orientations. So they can keep the diversity, equity, and integration for themselves, to integrate really the European Union today and the new world, let's say. Or there's a place for everyone, you see. Whenever you go to work in Lebanon, for example, or in Middle East, they don't tell you, you are not like us, you are not Christian or Muslim or Jew. In fact, they'll begin mocking you, bullying you, treating you very badly, blocking your life. 23 years and it's not over. Supremacy, I don't see the supremacy. Maybe we need to make a Middle Eastern Union, to find a balance, you see, with the European Union and countries like France and UK and so on. Who travel there really just for, you see, for that. Gas and oil and monuments and so on. Because they were present in the country before really they traveled there. They had missionaries, universities, and I think also high schools. 19th century, they are there. We haven't told them, do not steal our monuments, do not really at the time. There were more or less gifts between our kings, you see, at the time, their system, you see. Napoleon was, I think, an emperor or something like that. Even though he was anti-religious Freemason, Yeah, Napoleon Bonaparte. So I'm not emphasizing right now, so. You think I'm out of range, but it's inside, the music piece is just to, it's a variation we call it, just to give a taste, in fact, to not be very romantic, like we say, smooth a lot, to give it some push, and pressure. Just around here. Okay, we are done for today. I was ready to present you this new album of AIIHC Music, Spanish and Flamenco Guitar, Volume 1. I'll be released in 2026. Everything is fine. Okay, our company is always, dormant, more or less, in UK. Okay, AIIHC International Ltd is the name of the company. Which will hold all copyright, and it will be in Lebanon too. Okay, it will be Lebanon, UK today, or maybe it will open later in other countries. In European Union, there's an issue, so whenever maybe I relocate, and my files will be between the hands of honest government employees and cops, not really enemies. Maybe the situation will be fixed. Without judicial trials, complaints, lawyers, and so on. Okay, so if I've really got any political plan based on what's happening to me, so it was time because first of all, I don't have any political position today, and illusions work with, kids. Like I've told you, assimilated a professor of university. Okay, I began lecturing at the university in 2005, 20 years ago. Okay, I taught the BS. I still remember the first course I was given in coding, BS, in journalism, more or less. Yeah. Okay, and then I got a more or less temporary lecture position at the university, also in science and technology, and then so on. I got proposals here and there, and the issues have begun with those enemies, French cops, indeed, they are the enemies today. Anyway, they tried to delay me, to steal us, and to accuse us with fake charges, when in fact intellectual property was with French institutes, not with us. We were just a commercial entity in Lebanon. Okay, so in fact, whatever we are doing, they are blocking. I could understand they are making me feel that I'm supposed to leave and to settle in other countries than France, or I don't know what they want really. I think they want, in fact, to be prosecuted. That's what they need. They need to talk to a lawyer today of the company, not to me directly. Okay, they are terrorists indeed. They are not really cops. They are domestic enemies, we call them. Okay, but anyway, I'm explaining to you why we got delayed, and during those years, except in fact from 2020 till 2024, I had my guitar, I was practicing, and I haven't dropped completely classic music and flamenco. You could see I've continued even. I bought some very advanced, books. And I'll be preparing them really for the second concert of music will be in flamenco. Okay, I played some of them right now. The book I bought were more traditional. Okay, for sabicas. Paco de Lucia, is not really a reference in traditional music. He is more or less a reference flamenco guitar. He's a reference in modern flamenco guitar. Okay, the reference is more or less, I think, Montoya, Sabicas, and so on. I don't know their names, I've forgotten. My books are in Lebanon. Yeah, because I was relocating and then we got this issue, there was the war. Anyway, even though I remain in European Union, I need to change my country today. I'm in France, indeed, since a while. Situation is very radical today, okay, tensions. So I'm not here to expose them the way they expose me. For what, I mean? Thank you for exposing me, for making my concerts, live without an announcement. Fees of marketing. Okay, I'm not kidding, neither playing with them, regarding my privacy, my intimity, and our relationships. It has become stinky and stupid from the side if they are doing a war with somebody, I don't know whom. I'm not in contact with them, I have nothing to do with them. So, especially if they were in the East. Okay, wherever I'll be based in Lebanon, Middle East, here we'll see. But I'm more close to European Union in the frame of my culture. I'm Roman, more or less. You see, Euro-Semitic Catholic. I'm Catholic Maronite. You see, Syriac. So we have some relatives from Syria and Turkey, but Turkey is NATO country today. So they couldn't join European Union. I don't know why. I think because they are Muslim, they don't need, or they don't want, they don't need and they don't want really to, I think, annex a lot of European Union Middle Eastern countries. I think so. The first country they could annex after Cyprus, would be Lebanon, because half of Lebanon are Christians today, and even the Orthodox of them, they are Greek Orthodox. Greek, Greece is a European Union country. Okay, so it's more or less, like I've told you, Euro-Semitic country, and so on. They are creating there, their own Middle Eastern Union, I think. Geographically talking, also we belong to this region, we have warm bonds, with all neighboring countries there. We respect them and hopefully they respect us a little bit more. Now that we've helped them a little bit, okay, and this region, Middle East, should be neutral, neither with the Eastern camp, neither with the Western camp, because they are neither communist and except Israel, they are not Zionist. Okay, so they have their own specific, culture and political ideology and so on. Okay, so I think in fact it'll be really the idol. Okay, like that will avoid also the conflict, permanent conflict between those two big powers. You see, Russia, USA, and also political ideologies, communism, Zionism, and so on. Okay, this is who I am. So I'm more or less a semi-to government employee. I'm patriotic, and maybe politically and economically liberal, but I'm more or less conservative regarding the culture. Okay, education, family enterprise, and all that, you see. The problem of communists, we'll talk between brackets, they accuse others of fascism, and whenever they begin, seizing properties and persecuting conservatives and trying to centralize the power, within a small lobby of communists, you see, and oppressing politically other citizens, they don't see the dictatorship, in fact, and oppression and fascism they are showing, okay, and they are into, okay, to establish their own system of two different classes, the oligarchs ruling, oppressing, dominating, and the poor class, earning a wage below $300 or $500 per month. Okay, not able really to do anything, neither to invest in any project, neither they seek the opportunity to live to NATO countries all the time, capitalist countries between brackets. Okay, so if they have the opportunity to travel. And it's not the case of Lebanon, and I think we try to conserve, this social capitalist face of Lebanon we have today, and also a gate, a bridge between the East and West, really, of both cultures and so on. Bridge between both cultures and so on. Yeah, I'm a little bit tired, I'll leave you right now. It's night. So take care of yourself, and hopefully one day in one of those concerts, real, or in those, in fact, live streaming. If you'll be able to join us whenever I relocate and stop this blockage, doing by hatred, by, I don't know why they are doing that, I think by hatred, by vengeance, by bad intentions. They are sick, like I've told you, to continue doing that. They are sick, in fact. I've disclosed nothing. I've read, on Google everything. I've Googled. I think I've said, I found on internet. I've Googled it, I found everything, about their political plans against Middle Eastern Aboriginals, Christians mainly. If not Muslims and Jewish, show Holocaust and so on. So, by the way, I've made lectures about that. I won't talk right now, but it's not really the topic. I've made even some songs how they recruit, governmental employees, mainly cops, like the SS Nazis. Okay, they are all SS. It's from here, the SS. It's a Masonic serpent, in fact. Okay, okay, to persecute faithful religious people and to create their own society with either racial supremacy, white supremacist, or black supremacist, and so on, Slavic supremacist, and so on, Semitic supremacist. Okay, or in fact to create, like I've told you before, social discrimination. Okay, and 2 classes instead of having usually 3 classes, mid-class, who are comfortable, they can travel, return back, and they recruit, in fact, the poor class to work and make them openings, and you have fewer oligarchs, who are not supposed to be always rulers, the rulers of the country, some ministers remain, and even presidents, poor, or mid classes, not oligarchs, very wealthy, millionaires and billionaires and so on. Okay, so this is my vision for a new world. You see, more or less stable. So the instability, which is binary, 50-50. You see, 25 years of wars, 25 years of peace, and they are binary, and the cycle return back. Okay, so has civilized and destroyed many cultures and countries and lives of people, and societies. Okay, so we are trying, in fact, to heal indeed the big harms they brought to our lives, our communities, because they are like cancer, and this cancer spread worldwide. Okay, they enter with a mask of good Samaritans, sheep. Okay, and then they bring, in fact, their demons and evil to spread, wars and the cancer, worldwide. So I'm fine, don't worry about me. I just wish you to know that if you received anything about me negative, I think they have a serious issue in accepting the truth that they are working and walking upside down. They are working, against the stream. Because today persons like me should be working normally, living really, if I'm heterosexual and I endorse a family, with our families and so on. People like them should be really home, jobless, because they've abused and offended many people who have really skills and high potential. Okay, so they abuse them really to eliminate the competition and to keep a hand on the system, to centralize the system and to expose those people. If they cannot expose them, they marginalize them, they persecute them. It has become quite clear, in fact, the executive, let's say, plan, okay, operational mode of work and their intentions. They can find any reason, whenever you have a hater, a domestic enemy. Yeah, I'm on, on top of this rock. Okay, whenever in fact they have bad intentions and they are protected by something, public calamity, direct calamity, they seek any reason to continue extend bad things. So we'll cut it for them. It's up to us to cut it for them, and we'll pack and leave in 1 year. Okay, we need to handle them for 1 year. After 7 years, it won't be very difficult. It's the end of the dark tunnel. Okay, it's a different language. I'm not speaking French, for example. I'm speaking English. Okay, and yeah, keep safe. Have a nice evening if you're in this region of Europe, Middle East, part of Eurasia. Good morning. I don't know if you're in which region. Yeah, Oceania, but no, good morning and have pleasant evening if you're in region of Atlantic, America, and so on. The end. Bye bye. Keep safe and see you. Keep safe. It went mixed. Keep safe you. Keep safe and see you. And the concert and recital of Christmas. I think I'll make a recital of Christmas. I divided the first recital will be opera, like always. You got choose, I think. And this time I sing Christmas songs, and the second concert will be my lovely girlfriend, the guitar. Yeah, to end, the first year whenever I wasn't really playing music, I used to put it in my bed, to sleep beside it, and to begin playing like that, touching to it. No, I wasn't perfect, it was really emotional like that, the way I used to put my cat beside me, because I had a lot of cats. I used to put my guitar. So let's see, this love for my guitar grew up with me today. Whenever I see a guitar, I buy it, I feel it's really a part of me and of my emotions. I begin playing like you see I'm playing with really myself and so on. Something deep, you cannot split between somebody and everything he loves, because you are a psychopath, cop. Okay. And it's time to expose them the way they are today, or politician, or magistrate, royal, okay, whatever, where those guys, it's time really to say things like they are today. Whenever we expose them, leave where I live, so you give us, in fact, our pass to your countries to ask us to leave them and to entertain yourselves, in our bullying, persecution, exposure to everybody. There's no gates here, there's outlaws, and those outlaws are still protected today, either by a political immunity, thank you for watching indeed, or by corrupted magistrates who are trying to offend us and protect them. Thank you for watching and see you, on Christmas. Bye bye. 2024.